Good morning. I am here listening to Clifford Dollar, and a passage of scripture came to me today, and the passage of scripture is about Genesis chapter 3. And let me share Revelation. Why do we blame people for something that they didn't do? If they influence somebody to do something and the body choose to do it. Let me give an example. Milkshakes. Everybody loves milkshakes. So you told somebody how good a milkshake is and how it tastes, and the body decide to go and buy a milkshake. They're gonna buy a milkshake. They like the milkshake, and they continue buying milkshakes. Nothing wrong with a milkshake. Nothing wrong with a soft drink. Nothing wrong with recommending a restaurant. But the person decided to act on your advice, and because it is a good outcome, we have no problem with the person who gave the advice. But suppose now I advise somebody to jump off a bridge in the Hudson River or jump off the bridge in Bridgetown in the Koreanage, knowing they can't swim, and tell them you jump off the bridge or you jump off the bridge in Bridgetown, ain't a problem. You should be able to get out that water, not knowing the body could swim. And the boy jumped off the bridge, and somebody said, Chuline tell jump off the bridge. Was Chuline fall for the boy jumping off the bridge knowing they can't swim? No. We love a radio and a television. A radio and television tells us things, give us information, give us advice, tell us things that are going on, whether it's true or not. We make a choice whether or not we will go on information that we hear, whether we accept it or reject it. Eve was not tricked, and I showed you on Genesis chapter 3 when she spoke about the tree. Let me repeat myself about that in Genesis chapter 3. Eve was standing near to or next to the tree because she saw the fruit and it was good to the eye and it looked like something that you could eat. You read it in Genesis chapter 3. So Eve was standing by the tree or near the tree and having a discussion with the snake that God put her to be dominant over. And the whole issue wasn't that she wanted to be like God. Eve already knew she was like God because she was created in His image and His likeness and had His mind and His thought and His attributes. So Eve already knew she was like God. What Adam and Eve knew, they did not possess the knowledge of good and evil and wanted to know what it was like. So there was always what we call a curiosity of what knowledge of good and evil is. As most preachers will say, God created them in His righteousness. And there was things in that knowledge that God did not want the man to possess. And the way the world is today is because the possession of the knowledge of good and evil. That is the situation there. So it in the state said, if you eat it, you will not surely die. They knew because they were like God, that God is truthful, God is righteous. Their actions after ate the fruit shows you they know that if God said it is so, it will be so. But having access to the tree of life gives them the opportunity, they thought, to eat and continue to live forever with the knowledge of good and evil. You never saw it like that. Okay, let's put it this way. On my left, the tree of knowledge of good and evil. On my right, the tree of life. So let's do it this way. I eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, and when I'm finished, I will go eat from the tree of life. Not what Jesus said. We gotta get them out the garden, because if they eat from that tree and live like that forever, we don't know we know what the world become. So they got to die. They got to die. You have to die. And this is the love of God towards mankind. God did not want you to die because he wanted you to die forever. God had to allow you to die because he knows if he let you live in that state, what a horrible world it would be. It is a horrible world right now. And if people ain't dead, if Hitler can't die, Lord help you. If the Hans can die, Lord help the world. If we look at some of the evil atrocity that mankind did to themselves, and those people were allowed to live forever and continue doing that evil, Lord help us. I'm not going further. But God commended his love towards us that while we were in that state, which we call sinners, that God provided Christ, that if we accept his salvation, we will receive a free gift from God, showing us his love. And that's up to you. And sometimes we need to ask ourselves a question. Should we blame a person giving advice that a person doing something negative on the person who give it? In some cases, we can. In the law system, it's not accessory to a crime. You, as a citizen, do not want anybody to commit a crime against you or against your family. You don't want nobody to steal your family's money. You don't want nobody to steal your family property. You don't want nobody to kill any of your family. So why should somebody encourage somebody to kill somebody and don't pay with that body for the crime that body commit? So the law says, look, if you encourage Jenny to kill Joanne, then you got to pay with Jenny. You ought to pay the price for encouraging Jenny to kill Joanne. Right? So you are an accessory to the crime because you did not attempt to stop the person from committing a crime. You did not say to the person, you know, imagine it was you in place of Jenny and somebody kill you. How your children would feel, how your mother would feel, how your sisters would feel. Imagine that Joanne was your sister and somebody killed them. How would you feel? We don't talk that sort. Some of us don't talk that sort of way. Man, the body deserves to be dead. So we got to call accessory to a crime. Right? But we must understand the whole thing about reason why things are real on earth is choices. I'm encouraging everybody. There are times when you're going to think to do act of evil in your mind. There are times when the devil will influence you to commit an act of evil, especially in your anger. And we don't want people to commit an act of passion. An act of passion. I will sympathize and throw empathy toward the act of self-defense. But when you sit down and you study, like, you see me, that body is really dead, I can kill them. I can't got no sympathy for you. And I'm encouraging you, sometimes that thoughts come to your mind. And all you need to say is, look, I can put them in God's hand. I can let the thing deal with that. So again, there are some things we influence people to do that we are not responsible for their decisions. But hey, encourage somebody to commit a crime, you can face the penalty. God bless you.